Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop and welcome to a new year. So you saw in the previous video making a arbor for that 2-inch face mill, and I mentioned I'm trying to tool up the horizontal boring mill. So that's what this video is going to be about. During the Christmas break, I just worked on some stuff. Basically cutting taper key slots in the tooling that I got when I bought this thing. So I got this one with it, and then I got this one with it too. This holds a 1 1/4 inch, either an end mill or obviously we can make a boring bar. I still need to drill and broach and drill and tap for a set screw, so I can get a piece of probably, I don't know, 3/8 high-speed steel in this. And then also milled out another slot for the big boring head, the Criterion 4-incher. So I got that done during the holiday. But what I need to do now is make some long boring bars so we can do some nice long boring if a job comes in. Unfortunately, when I bought this, the previous owner had boring bars, but he scrapped them prior to listing this for sale. So I didn't get that. I just got a bunch of little small tooling, which I'm thankful for, but we need to make some long boring bars. So I think what I want to do, instead of trying to turn a Morse taper number 5 and then having to mill a taper lock key slot in every single boring bar, all I want to do is kind of make them universal and easy and quick change, and just use one arbor, and then they can slide in here, and this arbor will retain and drive the boring bars. So sometimes it pays to search eBay. So I picked this baby up off eBay for like 40 bucks or something like this. I don't think I could have bought a chunk of 1045 this size and a foot long for that price. So we're starting out with this thing here. Now I'm not sure, hopefully you guys can see that. So not sure what the application was. It's got like either, I don't know, a couple lobes, or were these locking keys and something went in and they turned it. I'm really not sure. But what we're going to need to do is clean all this out, open up this bore to 1 3/4, and drill and tap for a couple set screws, and then we'll have to mill a slot for a taper lock key. So to give you an idea what I'm talking about, if you don't understand, so you've got a tailstock support here. Let's say we had like I don't know, a mini excavator bucket, and both ends were obviously worn out. We went through, cleaned it up, welded it, and now we need to line bore it. So you would do something like this. So what we'll do is we'll put various holes through the bars that I got. We're not doing this one. This is aluminum. And broach the holes, and then when 90 degrees from that hole, then obviously we have to drill and tap for a set screw so it'll retain either high-speed steel or carbide bit, whatever we're using. So that's the plan, to make a few of these bars right here. This bore is 1 3/4, but it does have a couple steps in it. Let me grab the camera and I'll show you. See if you guys can see that pretty well. I'll throw in some extra light. So there's the bore, the tailstock. You can see the several different steps for different bores. I'm not sure if this is factory or not. The manual for this is pretty basic. It doesn't go into much detail on a lot of this stuff. So I'm not sure if the engineers made it this way. So you run it 1 3/4, or you knock that one out, and whatever that is, that diameter, or if you knock that one out, then you can run it to this diameter. Not really sure, but we'll start off with 1 3/4 inch boring bars, and if we get a job that requires to go larger, then we'll address it. Well, this might not be a savings after all, so just trying to clean the bore out a little bit and establish a 0, and it's giving me a fit. Plus it doesn't help that we've got a hole that they originally had a set screw in, so carbide's getting hammered. So I figured I'd want to see what the hardness is And well, this is a Rockwell 60 file, and I can just mark it 55 skates off of it. So this thing's hard. Unfortunately, my hot shot oven did not survive the fire, so I don't have a heat treat oven right now. Otherwise, I'd say put that in there and soak it, and we can anneal it. Plan B, I guess we can take a oxyacetylene torch and try to get it hot. We can at least get this part hot, not worry about the arbor, and try to anneal it that way. Of course, I'm out of gas. The last job I did, I ran out of gas, and I haven't gone to the welding store because, you know, it's about $140 or so to get a 80 bottle of oxygen and a 40 bottle of acetylene refilled. So just hadn't felt like going to the store and spending that kind of money. So let me think on this. You know, I need to get the gas at some point, so I may just go ahead and do that. You ready? Come on. Somebody loves the snow. So yeah, we got this front that came in. Imagine you guys up north are getting even a lot more than we are. Probably gonna get a few inches, maybe 3-6 inches. It's only been snowing about 2 hours. Mr. Chaos loves it, don't you, buddy? You ready? Go ruin that nice powdery white, clean snow. Woohoo! I know, you love the snow, don't you? Don't you, buddy? Well, got a nice surprise for 2025. Went to the welding supply store and got the oxy and acetylene filled, and it cost me less than $100 this time. So that was that's pretty good starting off 2025. Of course, they gig you on hazmat fees and, you know, bottle certifications and all that. So that was like another $12, but still under $100. I'm pretty pleased. So we got 2 full tanks, and I'm set up here. So let me get you guys in a spot. We'll get this thing heated up and annealed, hopefully. And it's a good day to do it because you just saw the footage of chaos. I don't know if you can see through the windows, but it's still snowing good. It's really cold in the shop. I got the wood stove going. It'll warm up here eventually, but it was pretty chilly when I got down here. So it's a lot better doing this in the winter time than it is in the middle of the summer when it's hot. So let's get her nice and cherry red and get it annealed. May have to change our rosebud, but we'll try. We'll see if we can do it with the cutting torch. If I can get enough heat in it. I had to switch to the rosebud. Wasn't getting enough heat out of that cutting torch. It's not magnetic there in the bottom, so. As you see, so I think we're good. All right, we'll let her cool. Well, it's the next day, so it should be all nice and cool. and hopefully machinable. Let's see how we did. It's a 40 file. My hand frame? No, I am. Alright, that's cool. She digs in and scratches, if you can see that. You may be getting blown out with the light. Nice. Alright, that works. So now we can get that inner bore turned to dimension. Just took a skim pass and she cuts just fine, so we are good. Swap the tip around, so I've got a fresh tip on that carbide, and we're just going to chew it out. Not sure how well you can see. A little bit dark in there. Try to get some better light here if this you can't see. Any better? Think we are there. She wants to go. Alrighty. Looks like it's gonna need just a smidgen of a skim pass, like a spring maybe. Took a couple spring passes, but we finally got her. She's in. Just a slight bit of movement, but you know, we got to get a little bit of clearance to get this thing in. I think we'll be fine once we, you know, mill a little bit of a flat and then drill and put 2 nice big fat set screws in there. That should hold it. Half 13, by the way. So here's the arbor with the set screws in it. Like I did half 13 and just milled flat. Nothing fancy over there in the Abani mill. So I think she comes together nicely. Alright, look like we got us a boring bar. So, not sure the route I want to take. You know, you want to make it somewhat universal, but you know, you don't know what your jobs are going to be. So if we mill a slot in the end here, it's going to depend on what kind of tooling we use. So if we use boring bars, then you've already got the step, so it drops it down on center, you know, versus if you just use a piece of high-speed steel or a piece of brazed on carbide. And obviously this sits up higher, so you wouldn't mill your slot on center. We'd have to mill it, you know. See if I can hold all this. It would have to be, you know, farther down, so the cutting edge is on center. So not sure what route I want to take, you know, what I want to use. I mean, if we put holes in this, we can obviously do both. You know, the end part would be, you know, we only got one shot at it. So I'm thinking just maybe do it on center and use boring bars. Grabbed it. All right, let's check the fit. That was a 500 reamer. It's tight in there. I need to do a 501. That was a 501. Don't think it took anything out. Maybe just help clean it up a little bit. Guess we'll see. Yeah, there you go. It'll go. I think we just got a little burr down the bottom, and I'm at the bottom of the hole, so that'll work. I'll just rotate it 90 degrees, and we'll put a set screw in there to retain this baby. We'll do the eyeball and level method. That should be good enough for this. I think that's gonna be it right there. Do use a little box level. Bingo, that's pretty good eye level. That's 0, 0, 0. I'll take it. You guys probably can't see. Let me turn it around. You're not gonna be able to see it from there. Sorry. Good old Hangsters, nice and clingy. Should be able to get this one started by hand.
Just a little tricky working around you guys, but that's alright. Of course, you guys get the gist.
Well, all right, I think this bar is a wrap. So, as you guys saw, pretty simple, just milled a flat to be able to drive this thing in the arbor, and milled a through hole, and then I got a threaded hole with a big 1/2 13 set screw, and this will go right in here. And like I said, I'm using boring bars instead of lathe tooling for now. And then she'll just lock in right there and it'll be good to go. Now these are from Mesa Tools, if I didn't mention it. These little boring bars, they got them in all different diameters. So I'll probably pick up another one because they're pretty inexpensive, maybe 30 bucks or something, I can't remember. And that way I can cut it and it'll be shorter, so that way, you know, when I choke it up, I guess I should hold it in the camera. When I choke it up, that way this end is not sticking out of the boring bar. So that'll be good. And then you saw we modified this arbor. So that worked out. It was harder than Dickens, but you know, the annealing worked. So, you know, check eBay, because you know, it saved me a lot of time and effort really. You know, 40 bucks and bam, I already have this, versus, you know, having to get a piece of stock and then get it to this. You know, that's a lot of time. And we got a good fit here. If I can get it in straight. Nope. Come on, baby. You're gonna fight me on camera. Really? All right. There she goes. And I'll tighten this up just to make sure it doesn't fall on my feet. But so there you go. So you got one boring bar. Now, depending on the jobs that come in, you know, I may need to put a hole somewhere in here, but for right now, we'll leave it like this, kind of keep it universal, because I hate to start butchering this thing if I don't need to. And then if we do need to put a hole here, then we can run a support, say like a pillow block, and then she can slide through, and then we can do it that way. And then of course we got the flange block bearing too, you know, so she'll do this, we can get her fixed up. So all in all, I think we're good there. Do I need to mill a slot here to retain it in the taper lock key? But you guys have seen me mill numerous slots, so I'm not going to do that. And then this boring bar, I'll go ahead and just punch some random holes about every 6 inches or so, and then obviously drill a cross hole and thread it, so it will look like the end of this. Of course, it doesn't want to come out now, but you don't want to see me drilling a bunch of holes, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So I figured good place to end the video. I want to do a huge shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys finding the channel. Of course, you know, I love my old subscribers. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the support. Channel is growing. Now, apologize for not getting a video out last week, you know, the holidays. And I'm not sure how the video schedule is going to be coming up, because my wife is having surgery tomorrow on her foot. And you guys know foot surgery puts you out, so she won't be able to walk for a couple weeks. So I will be up at the house playing husband, maid, butler, cook, you know, whatever she needs. So I won't be able to get down here and shoot any video. So I apologize in advance. So hang tight. I'll get a video out at some point when I get a chance to get down here and do another project. You know, unless a paid job comes in I can film, then, you know, I'll do that for you guys. So we'll just see how the schedule goes. And before I leave you, we had a package come in, so let me grab that. Well, this came today, so this came all the way from Australia. This is from Aaron down in Melbourne, Australia. He's got 2 channels. His CNC channel is Design, Create, and Technology channel. And his home shop, where he's got a nice setup in, I think maybe 2-car garage, is called Aaron Engineering. So go over there and check his channels out. But I thought it was pretty funny down the bottom. His address is Land of Kangaroos. That's funny, Aaron, ain't that the truth? We have deer here and they're everywhere. So I know what some of this is because he featured it on his channel. He said he was sending it and it arrived safely. And I think he's got some other goodies in here. And I got a note. I'll read that here in a second. Haas. Sounds like I got some goodies in the bag too. Sweet. Let me see. Hopefully I can show them. Alrighty, got some plastic knickknacks and some little robots. Alrighty. But the main gift was, hopefully you guys can see this and the light's not going to blow it out. So you have got a, basically I guess it'd be called like a beginner's machinist box with a, maybe if I can pull this out without it falling out so you guys can see a little bit better. So you got an engineer square, a scribe, a center punch, a sharper punch, they call it a dot punch. Comes with a steel ruler made in England. And then of course we've got some dividers there, and well, they're calling this Jenny caliper, odd leg. Call it kind of, here we call it like a hermaphrodite. But anyways, how cool is that? That is awesome. So thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next video. All right, take care. Bye.